Well, I was here on behalf of Gateway Community and Technical College to talk about a couple of things. First, to give an update on our very transformative urban campus initiative that we announced in November. So I really gave the committee an opportunity to ask me questions on the specifics of the many projects that are entailed in that, and to really talk about the return on investment that we're already seeing in the Covington area with other economic development projects really coming around our campus. And I talked about that being a factor in education policy, that you ought to fund capital projects like this on the basis of the return on investment that taxpayers get. The second thing we talked about was just general funding itself. And there is inequity among the colleges and universities with regard to base funding, and I think there's also an inequity in terms of the missions of the institutions and how well we're supported to specifically address those different missions. And so we talked about equity in funding, we talked about outcomes, or what some people call performance-based funding, as a mechanism to really align what the community colleges are doing in this state with what the state needs us to do, and having some of the alignment of the funding follow those mission alignments. All of us in post-secondary education have as our bottom line the bottom line of business and industry. I mean, we produce, regardless of whether you're talking about producing theologians or people who run machine tool operations. We supply the employee talent for business and industry in our respective communities. And so anytime we can have the opportunity to spend some time talking with businesses, industry leaders, to say, here's our issue, is this something that resonates with you? And if it does, can you help us address that? Because politicians, governors, state legislators listen to business just like we do. And so that's the best way that we can ask our chamber members, is to understand our concerns, see where they're aligned, and then be an advocate for the universities and the community colleges in this state so that we in fact can meet the needs of the Commonwealth.